Talking with our Ariana Moyer. She has more on the social media eclipse frenzy that is really ramping up.
Yeah, so the total solar eclipse is now only 3 months away, a lot closer than when we told you about 5 months ago. It is almost here. And as we've mentioned, Erie is in the path of totality, as you can see there. So how do you kind of track it if you're trying to look about going about your day that day, April 8th? So on NASA's website, you can find this interactive map here. You can click on your city. It'll tell you the best area to view it if you're not in that path of totality. Obviously, like I said, we are, so that's not something we have to worry about. And if you click on it, it'll take you to a simulator there that'll kind of show you what the day will look like, and you can drag through the time there. So I got it to around 3:15, 3:20. That's when the eclipse will reach its peak, essentially. It'll show you what the shadow looks like, what the sky will look like, how the sun will be covered, essentially. All there. It's pretty cool, I think, and I think it's a fun little tool to use in classrooms if you're teaching about the eclipse, for people who maybe don't understand what that process is, the covering there. And it's also kind of good to plan your day out. You maybe don't want to be in your car around that time. And remember, if you're trying to view this phenomenon here, you need these special glasses as to not hurt your eyes. I think we're going to be handing out a few closer to the date there. And there's also a handful of apps you can get on your phone if you're not interested in maybe keeping this up on your desktop there. I have a link to all of them on our website.
I know that this is not germane to that, but all I could think when I saw the picture of the field there was that it looks like the old background on all the Microsoft XP computers. I'm like, wait a minute, is that image?
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. But once you drag it and it actually shows like the shadow, it's kind of super cool to see, and not something that I personally thought of. I was just like, oh, the sun's being blocked, but there's a lot that goes into it.
It's a really cool tool. I'm gonna have to check that out for sure. Ariana, thanks.
Yeah, of course.
3 months, 5 days. Not that anyone here is counting. All right, more on that on our website, erienewsnow.com. Let's head over to John Stalen. John, we're concerned about the weather today, but more importantly, can you make sure we don't have a cloudy, dreary day that lessens the eclipse?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough because you're talking about springtime. That's our change of season, and yeah, I do suggest if you're gonna get a viewing area closer to the lake shore, because that's where you might see a lot more sunshine. Those clouds would move more inland. So that is what you need to do, is get your campsite, stake your property now, and hopefully there are going to be thousands and thousands of people here. I already have friends asking to stay with me because they can't find a hotel.
Ditto.
They're all booked out.
For a small price, they can.
Actually, you know who it is? Ed